Hello everybody! Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kunst, aka Daniel, and today I will talk about Meta and especially their new announcements. I'm personally really interested in virtual reality and augmented reality and integration of technology into your day-to-day life. So seeing what Mark Zuckerberg and Meta is doing at the moment is really interesting and exciting. But at the same time, there are some bad stuff and there's a big amount of things with so much potential, and I can't wait to see where this will end up in just a few years, most likely, because they are really on the move. So they announced a new pair of virtual reality goggles and they look alright. They're surprisingly thin on the front and they have chosen to put the battery on the back, making it curve, which is genius. So the weight is shared on two places on the head, so it's more ergonomic to your head. It's not too front heavy, which a lot of virtual reality headsets are. But the problem is, sure, they might be comfortable to wear for a long time, but you cannot. There's only a 2 hours lifespan on them before you have to charge them again, which is pretty bad in my opinion. They are also supposed to be for businesses and work life, and just 2 hours is a bit low, especially for that use. I feel like if you're going to work actively and get into a flow, 2 hours is too little. If you get into a flow after an hour, you just get an hour of nice workflow, which is awful. No good. Get that out. Oof. It's impressive though how thin the display actually is. So it's a pretty small device with a bunch of power, which I love to see, that we are making these accessories smaller and more convenient for everybody. Now we don't have to have big chunky headsets. It was already a big improvement when Oculus made the Quest, being able to have virtual reality whenever you want it without having to connect to a computer. And now PlayStation VR 2, you're going to be able to connect to the PS5 with just one cable and not the whole box and all the cables all over the place. I think that's great. The VR is becoming more accessible for more people, and it's way easier to deal with, which is great. And I have no complaints about things being easier. The Meta Quest Pro has a lot of features, which is super cool. Great. They will be extremely fun to play with in the future. But right now, I don't think there's anything that really use the features to its full potential, and the features isn't that good that it's really worth buying a $1,500 headset worth of features. It's not really worth it. But in the future, I can really see that will be really exciting to experience, and I can't wait to try them out and play with them when they are more ready. But the good thing is that it is being made and it is being improved over time, and people are testing it, using it, and it's just going to improve more and more, especially now that Meta has really pushed forward this whole metaverse and virtual reality and workspace in a virtual world. All that will help in pushing forward technology. And something else that the Meta Quest Pro has that is extremely cool is the cameras on the controllers itself. So the controllers are kind of standalone from the headset, which means you can throw your controllers wherever without having to be in the field of view of the headset itself, which is great. So now you can put your hand behind your back and it will know it. If you have it back here, it will be back there. So that's great. Most likely more companies will pick this up and use this function themselves. And I think that's some of the great stuff that what Meta is doing. They're adding a lot of different features, which other companies can look at what Meta is doing and be inspired and do different things themselves. The Meta Quest Pro also have face tracking, so now you can track your face and the avatar in the game will pick up the face tracking. Cool future. Is it really necessary just yet? I don't know. Depends. If you really feel like face tracking is a game changer for how you use VR, sure. I think at the moment, buying a headset for 1,500, that's a bit steep just if you like face tracking. I think you should wait. But it's happening. We are getting face tracking. It's super cool. Eye tracking, facial expressions. It's great. So now your avatar will be able to express your facial emotions even better. So you can kind of pick up how people react and feel through virtual reality. Super cool stuff. Really cool. Meta is also teaming up with fucking Microsoft and doing Xbox cloud gaming through virtual reality, which is super cool. Like, now you can connect your Xbox Cloud Pass and play Xbox games in virtual reality. So you can just chill in your sofa, put on the VR headset, and play fucking Forza or whatever on a theater screen in front of you with your Xbox controller through cloud gaming with no wires or anything. And a little issue. Okay. Meta also showed off some new avatar stuff, and here's something that they got kind of shade for, which is they made it look like the new Quest Pro might be able to track your legs and do fun stuff with your legs, but you cannot. You cannot. It looked like it because the demo, they made it look like the avatars could move and really track your body like super well. But it didn't. They were using motion tracking suits while filming that clip, which is kind of misleading. Not too nice. I don't support that. No. Bad Meta, Mark. Not nice. But they made it look like it, but no. And the avatars look awful. They look soulless. They're not really fun. I dislike them a lot. They are really corporate, really boring. There's no fun in them. They look like shit. And at the moment they're just a torso. They just cut off your legs and then you walk around. Looks odd. Me characters are better than those. Roblox characters are better than fucking Horizon Worlds avatars. Stupid. And they also showed off how you can use now your avatar in Messenger FaceTiming and stuff, and WhatsApp. Like, Apple has kind of already done it with their emojis, which by the way look more fun and more filled with life compared to the Horizon avatars. Okay, now to the really exciting stuff, which I think is really cool. Like the features that is not available to the public, which is not something you can do at the moment, or that you will probably not be able to use before a few years probably. But they are exciting stuff, and it really like ignites my passion for technology that I have burning. But yeah, the exciting stuff is, for example, motor neuron, which is almost like a watch on your arm, which picks up how you move your fingers. I like to call it the Tinder machine, the Tinder watch. I will call it the Tinder watch because you can swipe to the side and the front and up and down with just your hand, kind of like swiping on Tinder. It would probably be a great use for the wristband thing. The motor neuron control would be great for Tinder. While you look with your glasses and just swipe. Nope. Yep. Hey, super like. You're a big baller spending super likes. It's a cool technology though, that you can just use your finger. The Apple Watch actually has type of feature like that, where you can like pinch your fingers and do different motors with your finger, and then you can control stuff on your watch. It's kind of the same thing, but this is more advanced. An example they used was a Subway Surfer type game where you can swipe to the side just with your thumb in the air and wearing the thing. It's cool. They also showed how it will be connected with potential smart glasses, and then you can just see messages and stuff pop up in front of you, and to control through the different features you just swipe with your fingers and do different finger stuff. Magician. Which is cool, great, really exciting. Can't wait to see the potential of the product. At the moment it's not too special. It's kind of like just a chunky smartwatch on your arm which just picks up how you move your fingers, but I can't wait to see how it will be used in the future. Another really exciting stuff was the full body codec avatars. Just both the codec avatars and the codec face avatar, which was pretty cool, I have to say. They kind of, you scan your whole body and your head, and then it kind of renders like a pretty realistic model of you. And they could change the clothes, which looked almost real to the naked eye without knowing if it was made through a computer or not. That was really impressive. As well with the demo of Mark's head, how that looked. It looked pretty fucking real to be through a computer, just picking up how he moved his face, and it was not a photo. And they can change the light as well, and how the light hit the face and the shadows would change. I can't wait to see they put that into Horizon World, potentially in the future, are being used. But it's really cool to see that, a demo of it, and it's fun to just see this different stuff and just start to like think about the potential uses in the future and how it might be a part of how you do everything. So I can't wait to see the evolution of this. But with all these announcements, it's really cool, it's really fun to see, but there's some sad stuff. Meta made Horizon Worlds. We all know about it. Most of us have heard about it. It's supposed to be the metaverse. So exciting stuff, you know? Groundbreaking social platform for people to meet and hang out with their cool, expressive avatars. Well, it's a big disappointment, and most people just hate on it. Looks super bad, looks super corporate, and looks super boring. But there might be potential. We'll see what they do. But that's a big flop for now. And the avatars are not helping at all. But I will see. I will stay neutral and just let them do their things. I will not personally touch on that whole Horizon stuff right now, because it doesn't interest me whatsoever. It looks bad. VR chat is way better. A little darker. But it's better. Another bad thing is that we need to consider when we talk about Meta is Meta was Facebook and is still kind of Facebook. And there is a big privacy problem and personal data, and people are a bit iffy on it, and it's understandable. It's Facebook, after all. But I think they're all probably getting better on it. But we'll see. But there are a lot of stuff you need to consider when dealing with this company. But I'm really happy that they are pushing forward on virtual reality, augmented reality, and functional technology in your day-to-day lives just in general. So I can't wait to see what the future holds. They are like really pushing forward this technology, meaning they also will push other companies to do the same, to follow this trend, because they will see that there's a big market for this and people really want this, and this is a big selling point. So having them really testing out a lot of different ways we can integrate technology into our life and how we interact with each other is great to see a company doing. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.